Hi, it's Renee. Welcome to Sunday School.
I'm saying goodbye to any limitation. I'm saying hello to the God of all creation. There are no limits with you. There are no limits with you. You're limitless. Nothing's too hard for you. You're limitless. There's nothing you cannot do. You are bigger and you're greater and you're stronger. I know you're limitless. You're limitless. I'm saying goodbye to any limitation. I'm saying hello to the God of all creation. There are no limits with you. There are no limits with you. You're limitless. Nothing's too hard for you. You're limitless. There's nothing you cannot do. You are bigger and you're greater and you're stronger. I know you're limitless. You're limitless. Lord, you are bigger. Lord, you are greater. Lord, you are stronger than anything. Lord, you are bigger. Lord, you are greater. Lord, you are stronger than anything. Nothing's too hard for you. You're limitless. There's nothing you cannot do. You are bigger and you're greater and you're stronger. I know. You're limitless.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us this Sunday at Evangel Temple for Sunday School. I'm Christine and it's nice to see you. Have you guys ever realized that sometimes life is hard? It's scary, it is hard, it's confusing, there's a whole bunch of things. And one thing that the Bible tells us is that in this life we will have troubles. That's not very comforting, is it? Knowing that no matter what happens in our lives, we're going to have things that go on that we don't plan for, that are hard and scary, sometimes frightening, or that require us to be brave. The dictionary tells us that brave means showing courage, or being able to face or do hard things with confidence and boldness. In the Bible, in Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, God says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Be brave. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." This Bible verse is, I know I say this a lot, it's really one of my favorite Bible verses in the entire Bible. Joshua had a whole bunch of hard things happening to him. He was trying to lead people into the promised land and had a whole bunch of hard things that he had to face. And this Bible verse comes from that book in the Bible, Joshua. Be strong and courageous. God is telling us, be brave. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Why do we not need to be afraid or discouraged? Because God is with us wherever we are, wherever we're going. God won't leave us. He won't forsake us. So he gives us the ability to do hard things or scary things or things that we're unsure of with a whole bunch of bravery. During the next few months in Sunday school at Evangel Temple, we are going to be going through the Bible and finding people who were so brave. People who faced really hard things and were able to do them without fear and with confidence and boldness. And we're going to look at a whole bunch of people who did really, really hard things because of God and the strength that he gave them. Here's another one of my favorite Bible verses. Philippians 4 verse 13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So God gives us strength. He gives us power. He gives us bravery. And then we can do hard things, even though we might feel a little bit afraid or scared or nervous to try something new or to do what God is asking us to do. God says, you can do everything because I will give you my strength to do that. So we can trust God that he will give us everything that we need in order to be brave and to do hard things.
Hello, and welcome to How to Brush Your Dog in 5 easy steps. First, you need a dog. Look at my doggie. Isn't she pretty? This is Kiwi. Now, next, you need some treats. Look, she loves them already. Next, you need a comb. This comb is going to be good for her. She likes it. Look at how much she likes it till I brush her. And then you need a brush, okay? This one's got a flexible handle. Ooh, and then some stuff on it. Flexible handle. She's not too fond of this one. Are you ready, Kiwi? Okay, I'm going to get my treats out because she's doing such a good job. Kiwi? Good girl, good girl. While she's eating, I distract her and I brush real fast. I'm going to brush her ears first because they get all matted. Good girl. Next, I get another treat and I give it to her and I brush her other ear. Oh, look at that. Isn't she good? She's, sorry, Kiwi. No. Okay, you just shook it all out. Let's try again. Okay, next, I get another treat. And I give it to her. Oh, are you ready? Good girl. Okay, I get her and I brush her. I brush her real quick before she realizes I'm brushing her and freaks out. No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't get off. Okay. I'll see you next time. Bye.
I have written down 2 Bible verses that are my favorite. Joshua 1 verse 9 and Philippians 4 verse 13. And I just told you what both of those are. Remember, Joshua 1 verse 9 is be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And Philippians 4 verse 13 says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, or who strengthens me. I wrote these verses down here for you because I want you this week, or even today, right now would be a really good time, to get a beautiful piece of paper. It could be big, it could be small, it doesn't matter what it is. And I want you to write out or paint out, draw out, whatever you do that is really artistic and creative. Draw out or write out the words for one of these verses. It could be Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, or it could be Philippians 4 verse 13. I want you to write out the words on a piece of paper, and I want you to hang it somewhere in your house where you see it all the time, like on your fridge, or on your bathroom mirror, or on your lamp area where you go to bed every night. And I want you to do that because when we see things that tell us, do not be afraid because I can do all things because God's with me, it reminds us of this. So when we come across hard things in our lives, we can remind ourselves with one of these verses that God gives us the strength and the power to be brave and do hard things, just like people in the Bible. Your challenge this week is to write out one of those verses and take a photo of where you have hung it in your house. So like on your fridge or in your bedroom somewhere, or on the mirror somewhere, on the toilet. I don't know, maybe not on the toilet. That's not a good idea. Take a photo of you with your Bible verse and send it to Tanya at kids@evangelnapanee.com to show her where are you putting this verse that's going to help remind you to be brave. All throughout the next few months in Sunday school, as we're talking about bravery, we're going to come back to these two verses, Joshua 1 verse 9 and Philippians 4 verse 13. We're going to come back to them and we're going to see how did people in the Bible use their bravery and their trust in God to help them do hard things. And our hope at Evangel Temple is that it helps you learn how to be brave in your life, to do the hard things that God might be asking you to do, or to face the hard things that God might be asking you to face. This world, we are guaranteed that we're going to have trouble. So we need some tools in our toolbox to help us be brave when we have troubling times. So this week you're going to write out a verse, you're going to take a photo of the verse and yourself, and you're going to send it to Tanya at kids@evangelnapanee.com, and you're going to show her where you're putting that verse to remind yourself all the time of the importance of being brave. I can't wait to spend the next few months with you guys going through people in the Bible and how brave and awesome they were because of God and their trust in God. And I hope that it strengthens your trust in God and it shows you that we can trust God even with our hard things. Thanks for joining us this week at Evangel Temple for Sunday School. See you next week.
Hey boys and girls, welcome back. It is Miss Joanna, and that means it is time to do science. I'm very excited for today's because it's bright and colorful, and I like things that are bright and colorful. So what you are going to need to do our experiment today, you are going to need some markers, okay, washable markers, not permanent markers. We want markers, some scissors, a piece of paper towel, and 2 cups, okay? I have another cup that I have put water in, so you can do that, or you can get yours from the tap when we need it. So the first thing that you are going to do today, you are going to, either you or a guardian who's helping you, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut your paper towel in half. And if you have the really big sheets of paper towel, you're probably going to want to cut it into 4 pieces so that we get a little bit of a thinner strip. Okay? So we have something like this. Now, because we have 2 of these, you could actually do this experiment twice. I'm just going to set one aside because I'm just going to use this one for our experiment. So the next part is the fun, colorful part. You are going to take your markers and you can choose any pattern that you want. If you wanted to create a rainbow, that would be really cool. That's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to like grow a rainbow. I unfortunately do not have the correct colors to make a rainbow. Remember the order of colors in the rainbow? I remember it by saying Roy G. Biv. That's the order that the colors go. Red, orange, yellow, that's Roy. G is green, and then Biv, blue, indigo, and violet. So that's the colors. If you had them, that'd be really cool. I unfortunately don't. So I just have a selection of colors, and I am going to color my paper towel. But there's a specific way that we're going to color it, so pay close attention. So I have my paper towel and all of my markers, and I am going to color just an inch or 2 on each side. So if I was to use brown first, I could color like this. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna color that same spot on the other side brown. Okay, then I can pick my next color. Let's say... two very colorful ends to our paper towel. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull those 2 cups, put them side by side. If you want to get water from a tap, you can fill them not quite full with water now, or I have water in a cup here that I can pour in. Maybe I'm gonna spill it, but that's okay. Oh, so far so good. Okay, about halfway full. Same thing in the other cup, about halfway full. Now is the part where we are going to take our paper towel and we're going to stick one end into each side of the cup. So I'm going to fold it a little bit just so that it'll fit into my cup. And I'm going to stick that end in there and that end in there. You might need to move them a little bit closer. And then we get to watch and see what happens. Now, the first thing that you might be able to see if you're doing it at home or if you're following along is that some of the marker spilled out into the water underneath, so it kind of makes cool swirlies in the water. But now we are going to wait because we are going to see what happens as we wait. So can you see what's happening? We're starting to grow a rainbow. How cool is that? The marker is actually kind of seeping up through the paper towel as the water goes. And that's because water has a really cool property where it's actually able to like climb up things. It's able to stick to things. Water's sticky. Did you know that? Water is sticky. You might have noticed it when it rains and water sticks to the window. So water is actually sticky and it's climbing up the paper towel, and as it climbs up the paper towel, it's pulling the color from the marker with it. I'm gonna move to this side because this side is looking really cool. Let's move over here a little bit. Whoa, look how cool that looks. And as you are trying this experiment at home, you can let it sit, because if it sits long enough, we will probably see that these two colors are going to meet in the middle. So if you do this experiment at home, I would love to see your finished rainbows if they were able to meet each other in the middle.